Happy Wednesday, guys. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I have another Bible journaling video for you. And today I will be in Ecclesiastes 3:11. I love this verse. It says, God has made everything beautiful for its own time. He has planted eternity in the human heart. This is a reminder that He will provide us with everything that we need, and in His own time, not in our time. So the things that I will be using today, of course, I have my Inspired Bible, and this verse happens to already have the verse printed on the side here. So I'm going to use my Artist Loft watercolor pencils. I have a blue and a green that I'm going to try and mix to make a teal color. Then I have this hot pink and a yellow. And then I have these three washies here. This is just a plain teal, and then a chevron, or yeah, I guess that's a pink chevron. And then this one are yellow flowers. And then I have these two embroidered appliques that I received from a swap, and I'm going to try and use these in. It'll make it a little bit bulky, but that's okay. I have this yellow with the pink here, the yellow flower, and then I have this really cool butterfly that has a teal or turquoise colored cross in the middle of it. I'm going to make that into a paper clip. And then I have this really pretty trim. I believe I'm just going to tie that around the paper clip. And then I have a tag here from the Illustrated Faith Christmas tabbies. And then I have this, let's see if we can see it here. It's a butterfly stamp, and I believe that was from Michael's. So I'll use my Illustrated Faith black ink to stamp in there, and then I'll go back in with my colored pencils. And then I have a water paint pen, and then my Smashbox date stamp. All right, so I will clear my stuff off here and we will get started. Start by going in and coloring my letters over here with my watercolor pencils, and I will go ahead and put you on fast forward to some music. I finished coloring this in with my watercolor pencils, and then I went in with a brush and went over the top, and then I used the end of my brush and went, if you didn't notice that technique, I was brushing onto the end of my watercolor pencil and adding more. I also did some flicks of the paint onto the page, so I'm going to go ahead now and make my paper clip while that's drying. It shouldn't take very long, but I'm going to go ahead and do the paper clip now. I have a piece of turquoise basil cardstock that I want to punch just a small circle out of to use on my paper clip. And then I have my hot glue gun. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on the back of the applique. Like that. And stick this onto the back, and that just helps to keep it on nice and sturdy. All right, so that's ready to go. And this is pretty much dried. So I'm gonna lay out my items here and decide where I want to place things. All right, so I went ahead and I added my tab. It says Ecclesiastes 3:11, and then I added the paper clip up at the top here, and finally I'm going to use my date stamp here and stamp along the bottom so I remember what date I worked on this. Alright guys, here's my completed entry. I used the watercolor pencils and then came back in with my watercolor brush, stamped these butterflies here, and then added some watercolor in them. Now I think that the ink sort of bled a little bit because it's really dark in there, so it kind of muffled some of the color, so I went back in with more of the watercolor paint, but I think it turned out pretty good. And then I took my trim and put some of the flowers around here, and then I kind of flicked paint over on the page and then add some little dots in there. Come back next Wednesday for another Bible journaling process video. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you again. God bless.